back. I'm trying a new setup right now, so if things look a little off, it's because I wanted to kind of shoot from a little bit higher up. I just feel like it makes the whole, you can kind of see more of my yarn. It kind of makes just the whole thing tie in a little bit better. But you can also see a little more of like the junk in the back of my craft room. But I am kind of working on how we're going to organize this. Our big spring cleaning project is going to be to do things in our basement so that we can store things down there a little more efficiently, because right now it's chaos. I know I promised you guys a lookbook. It's proving to be a little bit harder to edit than originally anticipated. So I am going to be doing this video first. The lookbook is coming, and I decided, since this video is going to come out before it, and one of the things people were really looking forward to was my motley sweater, I decided to wear it for this video, and I'll stand up and show it off in just a second. But the main focus of today's video is going to be the KnitCrate. I got the February KnitCrate. It's February 28th and it came in. So, you know, cross your fingers that it's really good. I have to make sure, is this my KnitCrate? So this may end up being a two-parter, and I may be wearing something different halfway through, because this may also be just the yarn that I ordered from them, because they had this gorgeous yarn that I just had to have. So let's start with my finished objects. I have something literally underneath my tripod right now blocking, so I'm not going to be able to show that off. But I finished my Clapotis, which I am probably murdering the pronunciation of that, but I don't care. It has been around since like the beginning of Knitty. It was one of the first Knitty.com published patterns. I believe it's in the piquant category, which means it's a little bit more complicated. It's a scarf with dropped stitches, and let's grab it so you can kind of see. And I'll have a little more information about the yarn and all that jazz later on, because I made this a while ago and I honestly do not remember the yarn. I'll see if I can't find, you know, a ball band. I'm pretty sure I've got a little bit of this yarn left. But I got this yarn at Unique Knits is that the one that's in Royal Oak? I think it's in Royal Oak, but I got this yarn there. So let me stand up real quick. So this is Clapotis, and here's, doesn't really match this sweater, but the kind of uniqueness of this is because of the dropped stitches, it can be a bit narrower or a bit longer, just depending on how you kind of wear it over your shoulders. So I've been wanting to make one of these since I still lived in New York back in like 2006, 2007. So I'm very happy to have finally found a yarn that I really liked. This pattern in my opinion, calls for a yarn that has a lot of visual interest, but not too busy. So this has all the colors that I love, and my daughter also loves all these colors. So when she gets a bit older and I can trust her to borrow my knits, this would be probably a nice scarf for her to borrow and wear to school or out with friends or something. So So my other finished object is what I'm wearing right now. This is the sweater that's made from the Sugar Bush Fibers Motley. The black is made from Knit Picks Capretta, which they don't make Capretta in solid colors anymore. I just found a yarn over in the middle of the sleeve. Fantastic, Amber. You're a professional knitter. Anyway, they don't make the solid colors in Capretta anymore. I've only seen them in Heather's, which is a real disappointment, because as you can see, the effect of the solid black with the motley is really cool, and I would love to stripe an entire sweater like this, or do one of those sweaters that's like the baseball tee style, raglan. Do a raglan sweater with black sleeves and do the striping, the black and motley striping all the way down, and I think it would look really cool. But I don't have enough Capretta, and the reason I would love more of the Capretta specifically is motley is a very fuzzy yarn and Capretta is not. Capretta is a very smooth yarn, and I really like the juxtaposition, and I'll show it a little closer up after I've stood up and shown the whole sweater. Woo, I am like all the way back. So this is the Motley sweater, and as you can see, I changed which yarn I was using from top to bottom. I was hoping it would be more of like a fade. It didn't really do that. I also had originally planned on alternating this yarn, but I don't mind how it looks. I think that the blue is a little bit brighter, and I kind of like that. I am not a fan of drop sleeves. I can tell you right now. This pattern is the Soft Stones pattern on Ravelry. I'll link to it. I believe it's a free pattern. I've had it in my list forever, and it calls for doing the main part of the sleeve the same color as the sweater. So maybe that's why I'm not digging these drop sleeves. Now, comfort wise, the dropped sleeves feel great. I love how they feel. I love the space underneath the arms. I love how I move in it. It's one of the most comfortable sweaters I own. And then here, we'll get a little bit closer. So I'll use the prettier sleeve. You can see what I mean about the Motley being a very fuzzy yarn and the Capretta being very smooth. So the juxtaposition is really nice. I love having these little fuzzies from the Motley kind of going over the Capretta and blending in. I think it looks really cool. I think it gives a lot of good visual pop. I want a whole sweater that looks like this. Now, granted, it wouldn't look exactly like this because these are sleeves, and so the color pop here is going to be, they're going to be narrower, and we're not going to get like 3 rows of each, but still. The other change that I made is, one of the things with this sweater pattern, the Soft Stone sweater pattern, is that the sleeves were particularly long on the model, and they were going about halfway down her hand. And so I don't love that idea because I still like to have full movement of my hands. I wear fingerless mitts almost all year, so that's why I did this. And when I do my lookbook, I'll probably talk about all this as well when I model the Motley sweater for it, but we'll see. So those are my 2 main finished projects. I finished knitting the Clapotis a long time ago, and I just got around to blocking it. So fantastic. And I will link to both of those patterns down below if I remember. I keep saying I'm going to link to things and then I don't, and I'm sorry. I am not great at this sometimes. But yeah, if I forget to link to it, somebody tell me in the comments and I will link to it. I'll change, I'll edit and all that stuff. So anyway, the next thing that we're getting to is my February KnitCrate. I'm almost certain it's my February KnitCrate. So I do the eco-friendly packaging. So that's, and I'm showing you this side, even though it's got a big sticker on it, because the other side has my address. So let's cut it open very carefully, of course, because we don't want to accidentally cut our yarn. This is yarn that I ordered off the site that's included in this month's box. So I'm actually kind of surprised that this came first because I ordered this later in the month. So this is an Audine wools yarn that I loved, that I had to have. And it's an interlock yarn. This is the second interlock yarn I have that that I really know kind of what I'm going to do with. So this is Audine wools interlock in the colorway pigment. It is cotton, linen, lyocell, and nylon. Now, I don't know what lyocell is. I may put like a little thing right here that tells you what kind of fiber it is. So, but it's 34% cotton and 35% linen. So it's mostly cotton and linen, and I got 2 hanks of it. This looks very much like a sock white yarn. It's really not. I want to do a shawl with this. It is so bright and so cheery, and I have a couple of like just plain black dresses that I wear a lot, and not only would this look really cute in the summer when I go somewhere chilly with my plain black dress, hopefully by the time summer comes around we'll be able to go out and do more things, especially go see movies, because that's a big thing my husband and I really miss doing together. But movie theaters are cold, so a light shawl of cotton and linen I think would feel really good to have with me. And like I said, I wear a lot of black. Now, I am a Halloween year-round kind of girl. I will wear Halloween stuff all the time. I love Halloween, like orange and black. I love black cats and skulls, and that's my thing. So the idea of having my plain black dresses, I have like 3, I think, and then I have other ones that are close to black that would look good with this too. The idea of wearing my plain black dresses, or even some of my gray or white pieces with this crazy orange yarn, makes me so happy in my heart. So I'm really looking forward to using this and making a nice shawl out of it. So I had said for a while that I wasn't going to talk about what I'm going to do with projects, but this one I bought with a specific purpose, because if I didn't have a specific purpose for it, I wouldn't be allowed to buy it because I have too much yarn. This is only about 1/3 of it. And then of course there's fabric over here. This is only about 1/5 of my fabric. So I have too much craft stuff, and really with my daughter being home all the time, I don't really have a lot of time to use it. So I might end up making this a 2-parter. I may end up wearing something different. We'll see how that goes, because I am still expecting the actual KnitCrate and not my order. Hey everybody, welcome back. So I know I'm kind of a crazy person and I'm doing this in my car because I'm so impatient. But I got my my newest KnitCrate in, and I didn't want to wait to open it. So I'm waiting at my kid's school. She's doing an outdoor thing. Her school still does these outdoor social events because they can still be far enough apart. You know, maintain social distance a lot better. So anyway, I got my KnitCrate. It was so funny. My mailman saw me leaving my house to bring my kid to school for her school thing, and because she does most of her school day at home, and he was like at me, and then he brought it over. He's like, I think this is yours, right, Amber? And he was like, and I was like, oh yeah, that's mine. I was so excited. So I'm gonna open it in the car, and then maybe if I want to do it later in the better lighting of my room, I will show it off a little bit better. But I really wanted to get my reaction to it right away because I'm impatient and I want to see what I got. So, ooh, KnitCrate. There's obviously two balls of yarn in here. Ooh. Audine Wool's Calm. So I did, I believe this time around I did the neutrals, and then I've got the bright colors coming next month. So this is 80% wool, 10% silk, 10% mohair. I feel like this is really going to be very, very similar to the haze that I got. It's a very similar makeup, but it's a worsted yarn instead of a bulky yarn. It's quite pretty. It's quite a pretty brown. Oh, you know what this will be really good for? This is a really similar color to that Boar Hunt shawlette, the capelet from Outlander that I really like, that I've been trying to get right. This is a really, really similar color to that because it's a slightly rosy brown. Of course the lighting in my car is so not doing it justice. We'll get back to the house a little bit later and I will do a little bit of shooting with it. I did notice that there's something else in here other than their little February 2021 theme, which is Unwind. There is a very, very pretty yellow down here. It's like a mustardy orangey yellow. That's very much the color of this flower, and I am very tempted to go online and see if they have any more of this for sale. All you need is yarn, and it is a lanyard type, it looks like. Retractable tape measure. This is really cute. I really like this. I have never come across one like this. So it's like when I am sitting there working on my projects while my husband plays a video game. We've been playing Control lately, if you wanted to know. So if I'm sitting there working on a project while my husband's sitting there playing a game and I'm watching him, and I don't want to have to dig around, but I'm getting really close to where it needs to be, bam, I wear it like a lanyard. And this, I didn't even know I was getting this. So, and then last month they gave me those really cute tags. So I'm tentatively saying tentatively saying that this KnitCrate is really good. So far it's really good, and I feel like I am really getting my money's worth. So I really hope it doesn't go the way of Yarn Box Socks and it has to shut down because they're giving us too much value. But it's been a good experience thus far, and I really do like the little extras that they've given me so far. So we'll see if the sock crate is good, because the yarn box I did socks, so I wanted to do a side-by-side comparison, especially because I think I still have one ball of yarn from Yarn Box Socks. I might be wrong, I might not. But I can make a pair of socks and compare the socks, because I know I've been wearing everything except for my yoga socks that I made from Yarn Box. So that's just because I don't wear socks during yoga all that much, because I'm not that cold. But maybe I'll start doing it outside, we'll see. Anyway, we will continue this when I get home, and maybe not until a few days from now though, because I have to sit down and do it, but we'll continue this when I get home. I cannot wait to make something with this that's going to touch my skin though, because even though they've got that 10% mohair, it does not feel like it's going to be itchy at all. So whatever I'm going to make with this, it's definitely going to be against the skin. So it's something that will be able to touch my skin. My skin is very sensitive. So anyway, we'll see you guys back at the house. Hey everybody, welcome back. I promised you guys in the beginning of this video that I would show you the yarn that I opened in my car in a slightly better light so you guys could see it before I posted it to my YouTube channel. So this part I'm going to be dressed just like in my next video, because I got my next KnitCrate in the mail. Because I did the sock one this month, it came much faster than the other ones that I've done. So real quick, we're just going to take a look at the brown yarn that I got in the February KnitCrate standard crate, which I chose the natural colors option. So remember, this was Audine Wool's Calm. The yarn is called Calm. The colorway is called Mousse, and it's wool, silk, and mohair. It's a DK weight yarn, and I just got a new phone, and so my camera's a lot better. I'm so glad that I waited to do this part of the video where you could see these colors a little bit better. I've got a lot of natural light coming in right now too, because of the time of day. So it's a really very pretty kind of like grayish brown, but it's also got like kind of a weird, I don't want to say weird either. It's got almost like a pinky hue to it. It's very pretty. I'm going to be doing some swatches with all of the stuff that I've gotten recently from KnitCrate and from Darn Good Yarn. I'm going to swatch them and we're going to see how they look. I'm going to swatch them both on what the card says on them and what I think they should be knit with. So far, KnitCrate has been fine. Judging by what's on the card, I feel like I'm going to get a pretty standard gauge, but the Darn Good Yarn ones, we've talked about how they're not the right yarn weight listed. So we're going to put this one in. If you notice I'm wearing this, it's because I've got KnitCrate here, and I've also got a yarn haul. I just went to the yarn store. So that'll be in my next episode. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching, and I cannot wait to share with you guys. I have not opened my KnitCrate yet. I've had it for 3 days. So I'll be back shortly in this outfit, but it'll probably be a week between posting. Anyway, point is, please hit up my social media. I am Be My Full Moon everywhere except for Ravelry and Twitter, where I'm Aorai. That's AOURAI. Check me out on Twitch. I'm also Be My Full Moon. I'm probably going to be doing a little bit more there once my new computer comes in. And I will see you guys all soon. Bye.